Hey, what's up guys, TechTime here, and I am back again with a brand new video. So before I begin this video, I want to thank you all so much for watching this one. You know how we do it here. If you enjoy my content, leave a thumbs up. Also make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more videos and more comparisons, more reviews and all that good stuff. So yeah, subscribe, like this video on the way. And also, hey, look, just follow me on my Instagram page. It's TechTime15. Follow me there, and if you have any questions, ask me there. For the people that follow me over there, they know whenever they ask me a question, I'll answer it within an hour, even less than that sometimes. So yeah, if you have any questions, follow me there and ask me there. Also, hey, like a picture or two over there, why not, right? And I'll also follow you back if you ask me to. Okay, so today's video is actually a good one, and it's basically two of the best budget phones out in 2019, in my opinion. Phones that cost under 180. If we're looking at the Stylo 5, it's 180. The A20, Galaxy A20, it's 160. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this comparison. So we're going to be looking at a couple of categories. The first one is design, second one is specs, third one is camera, the fourth one is battery, and the fifth and last category will be special features, extra features that each one of these phones have. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. With the design. So let's talk about the Stylo 5. So the Stylo 5 has kind of this squarish design, and it's a nice design. It's really grippy, and it's not as slippery as the Galaxy A20. So the sides are made out of metal, which gives it that premium feel. On the right hand side, you do have your power button, and the left hand side houses your volume up and down. Then the buttons are nice and tactile, so thumbs up for LG for doing that. The bottom, you get equipped with a USB-C, you have your headphone jack, and you have your speaker, as well as the stylus, which I will cover that in a little bit. On the back of the phone, you have your 13 megapixel camera, LED flash, a fingerprint sensor, and as you guys can see, there's this kind of subtle curvature that helps with the grip of the phone. And the phone feels to me premium enough. These metal rails give it that more premium feel. And on the front of the phone, you do have your front-facing 5 megapixel camera, and it does have this nice 18:9 aspect ratio. The screen size is at 6.2, and it is at 2160 by 1080p, so it is full HD plus, as they would like to say. And yeah, it supports 18:9. It's a really nice IPS panel. However, for me, the downside to it is that it doesn't really get that bright, and yeah, that's something that LG needs to work on in its future budget lineup. Okay, now, as far as screen to body ratio, this phone does come in at like 79.8, but we're just gonna round it up to 80% screen to body ratio. So it's nice in a phone that costs 180. So yeah, I'll give him that. And that's pretty much the story behind the design of the LG Stylo 5. Now let's talk about the design of the Galaxy A20. Okay, so the Galaxy A20 is made completely out of plastic. There's no metal rails or anything like that, just plastic from pretty much beginning to end, except for the display, which is glass, of course. Okay, so on the bottom, you do have your headphone jack, a USB-C, as well as your bottom facing speaker. So what Samsung like to do with their budget phones is put the speaker on the side. They decided to go back to a bottom firing speaker, and I'll let you guys listen to the speaker on both of these phones too, so you can get an idea of how good the speaker on these phones. I also did separate videos on both of these phones, which I'll talk about it in a little bit too. But anyway, back on the topic. So the back of the phone, as you guys can see, has dual camera lenses, an LED flash, and a fingerprint sensor. So you have one 13 megapixel wide angle camera and a 5 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, LED flash, your Samsung logo. So it does also have a listed curvature too to help with the grip. It doesn't feel as premium as the Stylo 5. Now, it also catches fingerprints like crazy, so I definitely would slap a case on it if you want to keep it nice and clean. Okay, as far as the front goes, you also have your front-facing 8 megapixel camera and this nice, near bezel-less display. So it is also 18:9 aspect ratio. As far as the resolution goes, this is 1560 by 720p and comes in at 268 ppi. And it is an 85% screen to body ratio. Also, it is an AMOLED screen. Okay, so who wins in the design department? As far as looks go, looks are personal preference, but to me, the more premium design, the more sturdy design is definitely the LG Stylo 5. However, the Galaxy A20 does beat out the Stylo 5 in terms of the display. So you have an OLED screen, a more screen to body ratio. It's not as sharp as the Stylo 5. It does much better in outdoor condition. So for example, if we turn both of these phones on, I'm gonna turn up the brightness all the way on the Stylo 5. So this is as bright as it goes. And the A20, since it's an OLED screen, it can definitely go brighter. And you know Samsung, they're the kings of display. So this is basically barely at half. So this is not even 50% brightness, and it's already bright enough. When I increase the brightness to all the way up, let's see. So you can tell, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but the A20 is definitely brighter. So for outdoor conditions, the A20 is the phone to go. Okay, so I did also mention pricing. The Stylo 5 does cost $180, whereas the A20 only costs $160. So definitely two competitive budget phones. Okay, and that's really it for the design. Now let's cover up quickly on specs. So we'll start with the A20 this time. And the A20 has an Exynos 7884 chip, octa-core processor, two of them being 1.6 gigahertz, and of the other 6 cores are at 1.35. The GPU is the Mali G71 GPU, 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage. So nice specs, and a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. So actually it feels light for a phone that has that big of a battery. Okay, as far as the Stylo 5 goes, you have the Snapdragon 450 processor, the Adreno 506, 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage, and a slightly smaller battery at 3,500 milliamp hour. So as far as this phone goes in terms of performance, the A20 is the faster phone, and I'll leave a couple links below that has a dedicated in-depth look at the Stylo 5 performance and the A20 performance. So if you want an even more in-depth look, you can just go ahead and check the description. Also, I did a camera review for both of these phones. Check those out too. But let's do a quick day-to-day speed test. Let's quickly do a day-to-day speed test. So let's start with the phone app 321. Okay, clear A20 winner. So clearly the A21, the messaging app 321. All right, the A20. Let's see, let's go ahead and do the gallery. A20. Okay, so clearly to me, and also as far as my in-depth tests go, the A20 is definitely the better phone in terms of specs. The Stylo 5, the specs haven't really changed a lot from last year other than the addition of 1 gigabyte of RAM. Yeah, the processor is a little bit better, but still not hugely impressed with the performance of the Stylo 5 compared to the Stylo 4. Okay, now let's quickly cover up on the camera. So as far as the camera goes, I talked a little bit about it. So you have a 13 megapixel camera with LED flash, and on the A20 you have a dual lens. So both of these phones have respectable camera. I do lean more toward the A20 camera because it does produce the better pictures. I don't know, they're a little bit more quality than the Stylo 5. However, the Stylo 5 still produces some decent pictures. Okay, and you also get this nice wide angle. And let me tell you, the wide angle on the A20 is really beautiful. And give it up for Samsung for putting this nice wide angle lens on the A20. Okay, so let me talk battery life. As far as battery life goes, the A20 definitely also wins that round. The reason I say that is because one, it has the bigger battery. Two, the OLED screen just saves battery life better than the IPS panel. So yeah, definitely the A20 has the bigger battery and the lower resolution. However, while it does have the bigger side, while the screen is bigger on the A20, it still is better at battery management and having a better battery life. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick speaker test so you guys can have idea on which phone has the better speaker. So let's see. 20, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do the Stylo shot. All right, let's do the Stylo 5. Let's do the Stylo 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I can tell you which phone does have the better speaker. The A20 definitely wins that round. The reason I say that is because the sound on the Stylo 5 does sound a little bit flatter, less bass, and also it tends to distort at highest volume. So does the A20, but it's more significant in the Stylo 5 than it is in the A20. So yeah, the A20 definitely wins the speaker round. Now, let's talk about features. So the A20, I mentioned one feature, which is the dual camera, and which the Stylo 5 does not have. However, the Stylo 5 makes up for it in the stylus. So you have, I talked about the Stylo 5 stylus in previous videos, but I'll quickly mention it here. So you have the ability to do like this pop-up memo where you can just write notes and do whatever. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you're like, I don't know, a businessman, and you have a lot of people working for you, but you don't want to buy like a lot of Note 10s or Note 9s, the Stylo 5 works really well. And I just thought of, so the Stylo 5 definitely works for someone, let's say you have a company and you want people to have access to things, to like a business phone. The Stylo 5 is a great option for the price. Okay, so yeah, the stylus gives you the ability to take notes on the fly and do like things like that. And however, it depends on the person. To me personally, I'm not really the type to use the stylus, but that's just me. Maybe you are one of those people that likes a stylus on their phone. Okay, and yeah, like I said, the A20 does have this ultra wide angle camera, and to me that's more useful. And yeah, if you check out the camera review on the A20, you'll know what I mean when I say that it is really nice. Okay, and one thing also about both of these phones, that you can double tap to wake up the screen on the Stylo 5 and double tap to put it to sleep. You can do the same thing to the A20, kind of. So you can double tap to wake it up, but you can't really double tap it to put it to sleep. I don't know, to me, if you can double tap to wake the phone, you can double tap to put it in, to just put it to sleep. Let me give you guys my conclusion and what I think about both of these phones. As far as I'm concerned, design-wise, I'm leaning more towards the Stylo 5. Yeah, I mean, it just feels more premium. It's just a little bit more hefty, feels more durable in the hand than the A20. The A20 just feels like a plastic phone. I wish the Samsung would have used metal rails on the sides. That would have given it the more premium feel. And yeah, as far as everything else goes though, the display quality, the camera, the speed, just all that definitely leans towards, even the battery life too, leans towards the A20. Now, which one I would recommend if I were to be buying this phone, I would definitely get the A20 and put the extra $20 in my pocket, right? However, as far as the Stylo 5 goes, if you are a business owner, for example, and you want your employees to have access to styluses, and you don't want to pay that crazy price that the Note 9, Note 8, even the Note 10 out now has, then you can definitely get a couple of these and save some money rather than get like a Note 9 for every employee. So yeah, if you require a stylus, then this is the phone for you. But other than that, I really just recommend the A20 over the Stylo 5. But that's me. Let me know what you guys think. Leave it down in the description below. I know this is a long video. Like I said, there's more extensive kind of performance tests, camera review down below, linked in the description. So if I haven't been really descriptive, it's because this video would have been like 30 minutes or 40 minutes long, and that's just too long for a video for me, and I don't think I would have your attention for all that. So yeah, I'll leave them linked below if you guys want to check them out individually. And definitely, if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, on Instagram is the best way to reach me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.